Good morning. I'm going to be doing my presentation on how to become a professional pilot and starting out with where you're going to be coming from and then the progress and what you need to do to get there. And this is exactly my plan for what I want to be doing in the future. To start out, if you want to be a professional pilot, you need to first become a pilot. So you're going to have to start out with getting your private pilot's license and move your way up. The best way to do this is to find a school, flight school, that can give you every rating up to your multi-engine instructor, because this is what the airlines are going to be looking at when it comes to your logbook and your hours. There are many schools out there that will do it. The one that I'm going to, Wings out here in California, does it, and they're a Part 141. And then there's another school called ATP, which is out here, but the issue with them is they're Part 61, and you kind of want to stay away from the Part 61s because airlines rather you be taught through a Part 141 because it's more strict, there's published courses, and it's more professional, and I can account for that. I got my private through Part 61, and I just received my instrument rating through Part 141, and I think it was a much better learning experience, and I think I'm more educated on flying using a 141 school. So after you get your private pilot's license, you're going to move up, get your instrument rating, and then after your instrument rating, you want to get your commercial. After your commercial, you want to get your multi-engine add-on, and then you want to get your flight instructor. And this is the route I'm going to go. You don't have to do this, but you can go flight instructor to get your hours. There are other jobs out there after you get your commercial, because you have to have your commercial license to get hired and get paid to fly. You can be a skydive pilot. You can go work for utilities, looking at gas lines and power lines, flying around, just make sure everything's okay. You can be a banner tower. You can be a glider tower, but I'm sticking with the CFI route. So you're going to get your CFI, then you want to get your CFII so you can teach instrument and build up the instrument time, because the person you're going to be teaching can't claim PIC because they're not instrument rated at that time if you're an actual IMC. And then finally you want to get your multi-engine instructor add-on. That way you can build up the multi-engine hour time. Then you're going to want to know, how much is this going to cost me? Well, it ain't cheap. According to ATP, which is that Part 61 that I don't suggest you go to, but they have it in numbers of how much they will charge you to get to all your ratings. And this is also based on your ability and your skill to learn the skill of flying and retain and regurgitate this knowledge correctly is going to dictate how much you're going to pay for your training. ATP is going to give you everything, if you can hit their marks and pass everything on the minimums for their hours, around $80,000. They do have loans. I don't suggest that. My flight instructor did ATP and he left them and wasn't too happy with them, and their loans aren't very generous. You could do what I'm doing and using my GI Bill from the military to be paying for it, which is outstanding, and I'm very appreciative of that. But it's going to cost a lot to get all those ratings. So if you're going to end up doing this, it's got to be something that you have a passion for and you're willing to take on that debt, or your savings get invested into your future. After you have all your ratings, like I said before, my plan of action is to become a CFI, and that's how I'm going to build my hours. That's an easy way, I think enjoyable way, and also you gain a lot of experience because you're going to have to know flight safety and how to correct unusual attitudes, because a student pilot's going to put you into some scary situations. I know I've done it to my flight instructors, and you're going to gain that knowledge and experience from getting out of it. Make sure you guys are safe and constantly bringing up the regulations and teaching people, so it's always fresh in your mind, where if you become a skydive pilot or something, you might just get stuck in your ways and not really go back and research things and stay up to date on all the regulations. According for the hours, I'm planning on going with SkyWest, and they put it right out there on their website that if you have a bachelor's degree in an aviation study and all your certifications are done through a 141 program, they'll accept you as a first officer with just 1,000 hours. Being a flight instructor, you can expect to get 1,000 hours in about a year. And that's fast. I mean, you get all your instruction, have your bachelor's degree, invest a year in teaching, you can start applying, and SkyWest will more than likely pick you up. So another great thing to be able to do that I've been taught is that you want to network. The more people you know when you're going to your flight school, or when you fly around and show up at an FBO and you see corporate pilots, other professional pilots out there, get to know them, talk to them. A lot of them that I have, they've been very friendly. I've gotten to take tours on really nice corporate jets and private jets, and get to know these people and start digging the information that they have. How did they get to where they're at? What was their route? Who do they know? All that type of stuff. So you don't know later on, also you could be given a biannual flight review to not really a student, but another pilot that needs it. And if you just start talking about, what do they do and all, just create a rapport with them, you can find out that this person is father or husband or wife is on the hiring committee for a major airline. And if you, great first impression, maybe you have a connection there through networking. Another thing that's going to be what you should be doing is staying up to date on the regulations, like I stated before. Every year, or get the app on your iPad or phone, or look it up on your computer, the FAR/AIM. Always stay up to date. There can be something that changes, and now it can disqualify you from becoming a professional pilot with the regionals or a major airline. So constantly be looking for changes. Google what new changes are coming out. I know you can buy the FAR/AIM once a year. That's not enough, because changes don't come once a year. They come out sporadically, so something could change. You want to stay up to date. Also, when you go in for your interview to get hired by an airline, being able to know this stuff really quick is going to make you look very professional, and they're going to have confidence in you that you really want to work for them and you're going to be a professional. Once you get hired by a regional jet, you're going to start out at the very bottom, as usual with most any job, and you're going to sit right seat as a first officer. According to SkyWest, they're going to pay you your first year, no matter which jet they put you in, $37.23 an hour. That's flight hours. It's not showing up to work and pre-flighting and all that great stuff. That's only when the engines are running and that thing's going. You're going to get paid $37.23 an hour. They also guarantee that you'll get at least 65 hours a month. Now, that pay is not that great for someone that doesn't have income somewhere else. That's going to be a tough one to live off of, but the future that you're building up to, it will pay off. When it comes to my plan, I'm going to be retiring from the Air Force within about 7.5 years. So I'll be, lucky enough that I'm going to have a pension while I go into this, so I have a dual income, and it wouldn't be too bad. Your pay will increase after your first year, and then it will take you roughly 3 years of sitting right seat until you move to the left seat as a captain in a regional, and then your pay will go up. And then it also depends on the aircraft you're in. If you get into a bigger aircraft, longer routes, you're going to get your paycheck's going to get up higher. After staying with the regionals, what they're staying online is anywhere from 3-5 years. You can start fishing and putting out your resume for the major airlines like American, Delta, FedEx, UPS, all the big airlines. And you can expect to get picked up after about 5 years of flying regional, after you build up that multi-turbine time. And when you get picked up with them, that's where the real career is probably the most enjoyable. Your pay is going to go up. According to American Airlines, the average pilot for them makes anywhere from $120,000 to $205,000 a year. That's outstanding, and that's what I look forward to. That's my plan right now, and I really appreciated this class. Thank you.